Hi guys, Rams 101 here with Samsung's brand new 2023 lineup, which is on the side here. And this is 22's lineup. So we've got the Fold 5, the Fold 4, Flip 5, Flip 4, the Galaxy Watch 6 LTE, and the Galaxy Watch 5 LTE Classic. So, I mean, the difference is clear to see. The main focus has been the flips. The flips got a better kind of screen on the front here, and this thing is just beautiful. The fold, they've focused on the hinge, and it makes the world of difference. The watch itself, in terms of the faces, you can clearly see this is bigger, and the bezel's back, which is a big plus in my eyes. The watch is thinner compared to the previous, so really liking the look of this. I mean, that's just looks. They're meant to have better tracking, heart rate monitor, and for anyone who's in the UK, you're not going to be able to get the advanced heart tracking and ECG. I believe that's going to come after the UK's done a lot of testing on the app itself to certify it. Whereas if you're in America, Europe, and other countries, you'll already have access to that. So not only will you get on that, but they will release an update for this to be able to do the same thing. So looking forward to that. God knows when we'll get it. I think it's just Samsung's history in that respect. Whatever the rest of the world gets, the UK gets later. And I don't think that's Samsung, it's just UK regulations. It's the same with everything. I think in the UK they're much more thorough with things. Or you could say difficult with things. Well, anyway, they've got their own way of doing things. So that's the watches. I definitely love the upgrade here. The flips, oh my goodness, what a beauty. And that's it right there. Let me just open this up. And two phones side by side. And you know what? You won't see much of a difference here. The main difference in this is clearly the front screen. I mean, being able to watch Netflix on your front screen, who would say no to something like that?
Take full responsibility. Aye, that's your problem, Parker.
Nice.
Gang gave them.
So the thing is, they've kind of learned. There's been a lot of videos where you can put apps on this and watch something on this, but I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even bother. However, with this, I might just do it. And looking at the phone itself, the fact that it sits so tidy together, it really makes a difference. And if you look at the hinge, it doesn't protrude as much as the previous. Beautiful phone, love this thing. And I don't think there's anyone out there who probably won't say the same thing. All right, just close that. And yeah, so the upgrade here definitely is a visible one, and I think this has definitely been the main focus. It's all about the flip this year, whereas previously it was all about the folds. Yeah, this is also a good phone. The camera is really nice on that. And I've mentioned it in my previous videos. If you've had one of these phones, you can see that it's much slimmer down here than it is up here. So the phone never really feels kind of balanced. And it's not something you're going to pick up and instantly know. It's something over time you start to realize that it is top heavy. And this is just perfectly balanced in every way. And I can't tell you how much I love this thing for it. So Samsung, hats off to you. So that's the flips. And just going on to the folds themselves, it's the same thing we was kind of talking about, the hinges. Again, much slimmer, more refined, and the phone sits together nicely. And cameras, only difference will be the lights there. The inside screen, it's quite similar. I'm just going to open it up. Oh. Interesting. So, I mean the folds. You know what? The only advice I can give you on this is that if you buy a fold, forget about using another phone. That is just not going to match up. When you've got a screen of this size and what this thing can do, you're never going to look at another phone and say to yourself, you know what, I'm happy with a phone. I've done it, and yeah, it really does not compare in that way. Looking at the front screens, quite similar. I wouldn't say there's a major difference here. Yeah. So, coming back to the actual upgrades. So these two are running the new generation of Snapdragon, which should make it much more responsive, more powerful. And I'm yet to kind of go through the paces with these devices. So we should, well, go through that together. And I will be posting the videos on how things work. And yeah, honestly, it's very beautiful setup. I think the only thing that Samsung's disappointed me on is the actual range of covers, accessories, attachments. And we've got the fold covers, and if you've seen the previous videos, you'll see how much I dislike these things. Especially when the S23 Ultra, there isn't anything they didn't do with that. It was all sorts of attachments and just a range of ways to express yourself. And with this time around, what they've done here, I think the previous set, the covers were outstanding and amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too happy with what they've done here. And the other side is, when you've got devices like this, you're gonna want to protect them, and you lose all this beauty in a cover. And I'm not saying you can't get a see-through cover, you can. Yeah, the only other piece of advice was to buy the screen protector film from Samsung. These things are expensive. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's one on this one. I've yet to put one on the Fold 5, but you damage a screen like that, it's going to be costly to get repaired. So my advice to you guys would be to buy the protection film. These things can take bumps, knocks and scratches. Clearly that one has right there, but it survived. And yeah, I think Samsung, their lineup this year has been amazing, and I'm impressed with what they've done. Let me know what you guys think. If you've got any of these devices here or any of the previous, would you say it's worth the upgrade? I would say the flips, 100%. There's just, once you've done this, you'll never look at that again. The watches, again, the size, definitely this all day long. And the folds, I think purely over what they've done with the hinge, how light this device is, and they've utilized it a lot better, I'd say to you, you know what, it's worth the upgrade. Let me know what you think. Rams 101 out.